Hello everyone and welcome to Sunburned. Albino plays the Ace Attorney Trilogy episode 28! Still on this case, and apparently we're not even close to done. Sounds great to me, man.
Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit!
That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint.
Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that?
Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it.
It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere.
Indeed. Well, we fully examined everything then. Is there anything to talk to you about? No? Alright. Is there anything to present to you? Unstable jar? Meh. Rubber glove? Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. Oh yeah, okay, fine. Whatever. You wanna talk about the jar? No? You don't wanna talk about the jar? Okay. You don't wanna talk about Evan's locker? You don't wanna talk about evidence room floor plans? Or do you? No, you do not. Okay. And we showed you the ID card. Oh yeah, we gotta go show everybody the ID card record. Except you, because you're who we got it from. Back to the entrance. We gotta go find... What's her name? We gotta go find Angel Star. We gotta go find, possibly show it to somebody in the Criminal Affairs Department, too. Oh, that dude's not there anymore. Never mind. Gant? Yeah, he gone. Detention Center? Officer Meekins wouldn't know anything, I don't think, but we could try it anyway. Okay, you don't know nothing. You don't know... Well, I mean, you know, you were there, so, like, do you know anything about any of this stuff? Do you know about the unstable jar? No. Do you know about the rubber glove? You really don't. You're so stupid. Do you know about evidence lockers? You know, you guard the evidence lockers and you don't know anything about evidence lockers. Jeez, man. Okay, well, we officially cannot have any more evidence, because it's like cycling back and forth over this thing. So, do you know anything about Goodman's lost item report? Nope. Okay, well, screw you then, sir. Where are we gonna go? Underground parking lot? Okay. And we present you with the ID card record.
Could you take a look at this? You!
Yes?
What do you mean? You're a detective!
How are you not a... I mean, I know you're not anymore, but, like, you would still have an ID number. I think. Possibly. Bruce Goodman, Miles Edgeworth. Dude, what the hell is 7777777? That's like a spoof number. So somebody was in there at the exact same time as Bruce Goodman, and it wouldn't have been Officer Meekins because he doesn't have an ID number, or does he? I mean, I already tried to show him it, he wouldn't do anything, so... High Prosecutor's Office, is Edgeworth back yet? No? Dude, where is this dude? I got nobody else to talk to about this. How's it going, dude? Staying away from the alcohol? I've been playing that game. Hey, what to do? Oh, well, you should begin with that thing, the Mr. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Damn, you were really... No, you're not helpful. You're not Maya. You never will be. You're not Mia either. Probably more so. I don't know, I want to talk to Lana Skye again, but she's not around. I want to talk to Edgeworth, but he's not around. Nobody's around. I mean, the only thing I could think now is that we're... what if we just present you with some of the stuff we found in there? You know anything about this unstable jar? Nope. You know anything about the rubber glove? You sure don't. Do you know anything about an evidence locker? Oh my god. Do you know anything about the floor plans? Nothing. I thought you could, like, tell me where the cameras were positioned, maybe. Maybe I show you the ID card record after I've already filled out more stuff? No? Alright. Forget it! Do you know anything about Goodman's lost item report? Dude, nobody knows anything. Anything. Do you know anything about Luminol? You're just a garbage man. You don't know shit. Get out of my face. There's nothing to talk to you about. Jeez. I'll go back to the evidence room. Anything more for you to talk? You don't got nothing either. I presented you with everything that I have. Although I think this might be the first time I've talked to you this entire case, so maybe we should present some of the older stuff we have. That's the victim, Detective Goodman's ID card. These days, everything's cards and secret numbers. I can never relax. That's only because you always lose your card. I always forget my secret number, too. Scary, huh? My face should be ID enough. What's the world coming to? Detective Gumshoe, rebel against the system. Or rebel against the system? Was he issuing a command or, like, describing him? What do you think of the prosecutor's trophy? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors award that Mr. Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Oh, I've heard this. So we have talked to you before. Oh, there's a reason, but you won't tell me what the reason is. Now we showed you the Blue Badger panel, and you made it. What do you know about SL9? Detective Goodman's note, and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth was the most surprised of anyone. Because of the SL9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, you know, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. But why would evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. What do you know about cell phone? Nothing? What do you know about the crime photo? That's the photo that Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? That Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now. I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. Dude, I bet they, like, are trying to pass Detective Gumshoe off as he's, like, 26 or something. Like, no way. What? Yeah, I'm a seasoned detective. I'm 28 years old. Yeah, not even hit my 30s yet, but it's fine, you know. I'm a grizzled detective in my late 20s. What do you know about, what do you know about Luminol? Nothing. Don't know anything. And then I already showed you all this shit, so you don't know anything about anything, huh? We're done. We're done. Oh, okay. Now that was a bloody, violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? A serial killing. A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake, and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight. And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transfer the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife... The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Ooh, did he? Did he? I don't know. Well, there's nothing to present to you now. Maybe then Jake has something else to say? No, he does not. Nobody knows anything about anything. Maybe now that I've heard that, the friggin' High Prosecutor's Office will be available for somebody to say something about anything. You already don't know about any of this stuff. I already presented you shit about the switchblade knife. It's written on that knife, yeah. And on that note, yeah. Goodman was head detective, yeah, we already knew that. And we found the exact same information from Gumshoe, like he was breaking the news to us. It was the murder weapon, yes, due for transfer, of course, sure. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Oh my goodness. Tell us more about the SL9 incident, except I already asked that, and we already checked off that dialogue. So... I don't know, man. There's nothing else to do. Wait a second, though. I just got a silly idea. No? Alright. Dude, you bet there's blood here somewhere. This area's been completely useless the whole time until... God damn it. What a waste of time. Actually, now that I think about it, we should probably do that everywhere. Right? What if there's blood at right and co offices? You never know. You never know, people! Let's do it at the guard station. There could, yeah, because, like, you know, there was blood, and then, yeah, they would have cleaned it here, and then, yeah, this is part of the crime scene. Of course we gotta do this. Out of my face, Marshall. I'm about to light this place up. Ooh, Dolly! The fuck, by the way? Like... Does somebody keep their... Is each stalk of this cactus for somebody's hat? Wow, we got a reaction! There's clearly blood around the spines here. This room's pretty messy. Someone must have tripped over something. And planted their head right in these spines. I think that might be more painful than being murdered. Should be blood like on the door or like the card reader. No. Nothing on the lasso. Well, if that's the only thing, then I guess we could maybe talk to Jake Marshall about it. Be like, hey man, did somebody do a little face plant on the top of your cactus for some reason? Was it a dare? What kind of shenanigans do you guys get up to here in the guard station, huh? There's no dialogue option! This cactus sure is prickly. It must be real. Best keep your distance from Billy there. You're liable to get hurt. Billy? The cactus has a name? Billy, you're wearing your cowboy hat on your hand. Ah, my rawhide cowskin 10-gallon hat. I just picked that up, but Billy took a fancy to it. Looks like it got stuck on the spines and he couldn't get it off. Oh, is that what happened? A leather... Oh, I guess we should examine around now that he's here to, like, comment on stuff. A leather jacket, leather pants, and a leather... Those aren't pants, those are chaps. And that's a poncho up there. Aha! A poncho! It sure looks cool, but the name is a little silly. No clues here. Oh, yeah, okay, I'll just point at the big machine and there's nothing there. You sure have a lot of monitors in here. There's 8 cameras in the evidence room in all. 1 for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do cattle sit before the rains come? It's not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Look, on the floor, it's a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. I just roped me a steer with this here lasso. What? It was a bellowing moo, pal, moo! Detective Gumshoe, I presume. Okay. The evidence room is beyond that door. I turned on the card reader. Go have yourself a ball, partners. And I have the ID card, a real ID card! Let's get this investigation started already. Dude, there's nothing. I don't understand. Why was me bleeding this cactus not a dialogue point for you? Like, for realsies. And it's not in evidence either. We'll freaking try it again, just in case I missed something, alright? See, yeah, look, there's blood there. There's no blood on any other cactus. There's no blood on the hat itself. Though perhaps that's because we can't get, like, inside it. And there's still no blood on the door, still no blood on the card reader. And no blood on the floor! Well, maybe Detective Gumshoe got something to say about, the thing I just found in there. No? Dude, nobody knows... Was there more blood I didn't find in here? I did that one already. There's nothing on this door. Nothing on any of these doors. Nothing on any of that. Are you kidding me? So because because it's visible, and I examined it not with luminol, it didn't give me anything? Or it didn't count? Wow. I knew it! This is someone's right handprint! What? What's the matter, detective? This locker, it's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. Yeah, so no wonder I missed it somehow. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm going to go give them my report for the day. It might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you've got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Oh, here we go. We did it, fellas. We can leave. There's still nothing to talk to you about. Dude, someone's gotta fess up to the damn cactus bloodstain. I'm gonna have an aneurysm over it. Where are we going? Oh, that's right. Underground parking lot is how you get to the High Prosecutor's office. Here we go. What are you doing here?
Ah, yes. My apologies.
Oh, it's you.
Have we met somewhere?
Huh?
Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long.
Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Right. He has the hotel bring in tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave control of the investigation over to the police department.
The police department?
Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results.
I see.
Why, I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believe is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still...
Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts.
Hey, how do you like your King of Prosecutors trophy? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea.
I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case.
Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner.
Whose side are you on, anyway? Maybe if I just show him my best evidence, I can get some reaction out of it.
Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta show him the, ID card record.
Oh, right! I'd better check this now.
As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID card usage?
Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less.
Yes, that's true.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less.
The Chief of Police?
He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office.
But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed.
The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here.
Can I ask what kind of case it was?
I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case.
Now I'm curious about this other case. I'd better make a note of it.
Unrelated evidence.
How many court record stuff are we gonna have?
Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. I mean, you say that, but I'm about to present this shit right back to you anyway. Let me take a look at it. AI-16.
What's that got to do with anything?
Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said.
That makes it seem all the more suspicious.
Who knows?
Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case.
Wouldn't that be nice? There's nothing else to examine. Let's see, do you know anything about rubber gloves? No? Okay. Do you know anything about this unstable jar?
You're telling me you don't? I don't believe that shit. You know anything about this evidence locker? Come on, you gotta know something about the evidence locker. What about the evidence room floor plans? Oh, come on, Edgeworth, you gotta know something about the evidence floor plans. Yo, do you know anything about this Goodman's Lost Item report?
Oops, I just checked it instead of presenting it.
Oh, that's my bad. Do you know anything about this evidence lost item report? No, you don't know anything about this evidence lost item report. Okay.
I already sprayed luminol in here. What if I do it, like, while you're here?
Hey, you got blood all over here. You trying to conceal some blood right now? Let me just fish that out for you if you don't mind.
Switchblade knife?
Oh, crap. Oops.
I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. He said, I watched it scroll by, something like, oh, something SL9, Minimare. So, here we go.
He must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator.
Okay, well, that was DL6, but you know.
Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth.
Yes, tell me the truth, sir.
The SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the Deputy Chief of Police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago too, then. He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why was a Deputy Chief of Police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't... Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something.
My sister? What?
If you were still studying forensic science.
Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this.
Luminol testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this.
Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? Oh my god, we gotta go through like every single part of this thing again?
It's been chemically treated for better adhesion.
For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know?
I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth, I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder in these fingerprint files for everyone involved.
Thanks.
How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well?
Fingerprinting set. Well, let's get going. One last investigation.
Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere.
Alright, well that was in the evidence room. There was just blood. There wasn't handprints. Wait a second. There was handprints over on the phone. What if we checked to see if the phone was really her saying stuff? What if somebody's lying? You know what I mean? Let's check. Hey. Okay, forget it, I guess. Detective Gumshoe has to be the one to do it. Okay. Alright, fine. Guard station. Evidence room.
Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint.
Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker.
Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed.
Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger.
A finger?
Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print.
I really can't tell the difference at a glance.
Dude, yes you can. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. What is that, by the way? You see this? That looks like a print. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done.
Emma's starting to get that sparkle in her eyes.
First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder around.
Huh? How do you do that?
With the X button, see?
Ah, it looks like that did the trick.
The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess.
Huh? How do I do that?
With your fucking mouth, dummy! Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. See?
Wow, that looks like fun. It might take some getting used to, though.
It's fine, it won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright.
I guess I better give it a try.
Okay. There's no print here, though. There's no... I don't see the hand. What do you want from me? Oh, okay. Is there a reason why this isn't good enough? Just gonna completely fill this in, huh? Yeah, it probably would have been easier if I just did this right out of the gate, huh? Aha! You did it! You found one!
But this looks nothing like a fingerprint.
Now that you mention it, I guess it doesn't.
What does it mean?
It means we're out of luck.
Out of luck?
The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves.
Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here.
Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints?
Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely, it seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Let's see if we can find a clear print. Fingerprints outside the blood. Is this it right here? I can't tell. Ugh, so blurry, fuck. Okay. Dude, I am so good at this now. Like, holy shit. Again, am I missing the part where this still isn't done for some reason? It looks flawless. Yay, a print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left these prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it was? I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprints would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Detective Gumshoes? Yep. Oh, he is 30. Wow. Alright. He just turned 30, so like, yeah, he's been around. Aha! So these prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking, so what? Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Was there? Unless you're talking about the glove. Does the glove count? That yellow crime scene tape. You know, yesterday was my first time seeing that. It was always my dream to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. It's a little daunting to encounter it again so soon. I think maybe you're overreacting a little. Here. Evidence locker is empty. Person who took the knife had to be Goodman, but why was it wrapped in the scarf muffler and stuck inside the car muffler? They said another handprint in this room. I straight up don't believe, unless there are, but does it count with, the jar? It's not really a handprint, though. Hey, look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like period blood. Do you think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been here from a vagina, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Or maybe it was when your ex-girlfriend was being a bitch. Oh, damn. What's over here? Huh? This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? Let's see. Well, it's missing the other handle. That much is obvious. If this doesn't have a bottom, then I don't know what it would be for. Glad I examined that, though. I keep, like, not examining things. I don't think I examined this either. The tag says SL911. I guess this is another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like it? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag?
Zag? Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What, are we playing a word game now? Alright, nothing super useful there. Oh yeah, only the prince can open the locker, so like perhaps it's right here, sir. This is where we got a luminol fluid reaction, right? Right! There was a handprint here! Okay, wanna try using this? There go her eyes sparkling again. Nah, fuck it. No, let's do it. Okay, let's check for prints. That's the spirit! Oh, but I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it using chemical means. Any prints in that area will have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand. Okay, well... that were not wiped away. Okay, so not those ones then. Let's try the middle finger here. I'ma dust this shit. Dust it! Dust it! Hello? I am mashing X, and there is nothing... Okay. You guys ready to watch my magic? We're gonna get this one first try. Watch, I guarantee it. It's gonna be a first try. Cause I am gonna fill this entire screen! I'm on a power trip, motherfuckers! What are you gonna do? Dude, get you some fingerprint solution. Just start spraying that shit all over the place. Oh my god, it's like you're God himself making a desert storm right now. Dude, we are blowing houses away. People are getting lost in the fog. There will soon be nothing left. How annoyed would you all be if I didn't stop doing this until the entire screen was white? Pretty annoyed? I mean, I definitely am not gonna do that, you know? Like, I wouldn't waste your guys' time in that specific manner, you know? Like, I'm trying to be, like, a timely individual. You know, I know your guys' time is valuable. That's why I don't waste it doing stupid shit like just filling the screen with whiteness. That would be extremely irresponsible, unprofessional, and frankly a dick move. And we're almost done. Come on, we're so close. So close. Part of you is like being real satisfied from this, so I don't even want to hear any belly aching. Alright? You like that this is happening. You're a fan. You're watching like each of these individual dots get filled in and you're like, oh fuck yeah, fill in those dots. Oh yeah, this is like visual ASMR. Yeah. Ooh, this is just so satisfying. The only thing that's gonna bother you is that I can't get the stuff that's in the bottom right because of the friggin' menu. So, you know. Damn, I really hope we got the print. Below! Well worth it. I gave it my best shot. That kind of result won't be any good for matching prints, will it? But it doesn't look like we'll get a clearer result from this print. Okay, let's try a different finger then. Oh, we get to do that again? Alright, let's try this one. Alright, don't worry. I'm not gonna do it again because that would just be going over the line, you know? Even when I'm trolling, I have limits. You know? I don't like disrespect my audience in this way. It would just be rude. You know what I mean? Which is, so how's everybody's day going? Pretty good? Yeah, cool. Yeah, let me just tell you like a long-winded story right now. Okay, whatever. We'll just do it like that. Okay, so we got a new print. This is the one that was on Detective Goodman's locker. Or no, it wasn't. Which locker is this? I don't know. Okay, well, it's not Gant. Even though it kind of looks like Gant, but it's not Gant. It's not Meekins. It's Jake Marshall. How is Jake Marshall older than Gumshoe? Dude, not a chance in hell. Hey, these fingerprints, Whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprints added to the court record. That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma, this is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped bloodstain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. I like the part where the police department did their own investigation, and I guess they just never checked for prints ever. It's like, oh, we don't believe in that. Also, we didn't spray for luminol either. But maybe that's just because, like, they had the blood where it was to begin with. But that's, whatever, you know. That's gonna do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.